Very, very impressive performance.
Thank you
tonight. Big win for you. Give me an evaluation of how you felt out there, how you think you performed.
And I'm going to say this again. I've said it in another UFC interview I just did, and I sort of touched on it in the cage. Guys, I know this is like a drinking crowd in Long Island, and I'm from New York, man. I know how we are here. We want action, we want blood. But you guys, I hear a few boos out there, and that hurt my feelings a little bit. I don't know if you guys are booing me or you're booing Yancey or the lack of activity, but I'll say this. Guys, I've been doing this a long time. I've been competing at a very high level, whether it's wrestling or fighting, for a very long time. You got to trust me. I'll get you your finish. But you got to bear with me while I do what I got to do before the finish. Yeah, you guys know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like, I got to.
Like you got to be out
I got to. Well, hold on, man. You don't got to go out and swing wildly. I feel the power bar in the guy draining, right? Let me ride it. Let me ride it. Let me ride it. All right, now it's time to ground and pound. Now I got the position where I can hit him. I didn't have that position. He kept building back up to a 4-point stance. He wouldn't take his hand off the mat. I couldn't knee him. Let me weigh on him. He's carrying my weight and his weight. Trust me when I say I'll get you your finish. But I'm not gonna. I have patience. I know when that time to go is, and I had 20 seconds to do it, and I got done with 1 second left. So guys, just bear with me. It may not be exciting 4 minutes and 59 seconds out of the round, you know what I mean? But I gave you your finish. You wanted finishes, I gave them to you, man. 5 in a row now.
I was going to say, can you talk about where you kind of feel you are in your career? Because I feel like for the longest time you've been like the guy that the hardcores have been like, hey, he's the dark horse, he's a contender. But now, maybe this was your opportunity to really make a statement. A known guy,
sure.
Big card in the ESPN era. So you feel like you're a legitimate contender at this point?
I felt like I was a legitimate contender 6 fights ago. You know what I mean? It may not look good what I would have done 6 fights ago, but there's one thing I've always been able to do, and it's compete and win. And winning is a skill. Me and my coaches, especially Kyle Sermonera, it's like, I don't know, my up here coach. We talk about it all the time, man. We train some young wrestlers, and we talk about it all the time, man. He just doesn't know how to win. And this guy, he may not look good in practice. He does not know what he's doing in drilling. Kid just knows how to win. You're looking at him. I'm that kid. You know what I mean? I know how to win. Yeah. And I do. And I've been literally since I was 5 years old. I've been doing it. I don't know what it is. It's intangible. I can't put my finger on it. I can't tell you that it's because of this or that. Maybe it's the way my dad raised me. Maybe it's something that's inherent and below, in the heart. I don't know.
Yeah. It was interesting to lead up to this fight. I mean, you've never been a trash talker or anything like that, but you went out of your way to tell everybody, I'm not talking about
I'm
my
sick of them asking me.
Why did you take that approach? Is this something for the rest of your career? Like you never want?
I don't want. Yeah, just don't talk to me about my opponent, man. And like I'm getting to the point now where it's like. Here, I'll talk some. Can I swear right now?
Of course.
I'll talk some shit. I'm talking shit to those people out there that go on, and when I do that, they go on the interviews, and they're like, "Oh, another boring guy who thinks he's gonna make a living pretending to be humble." Nah, I just am humble. So I'm talking shit to you now. Like I am humble, man. I'm not gonna talk. Yancey's working his ass off. I'm working my ass off. He was definitely prepared for that fight. Man, it took a lot more to drain him than I thought it was gonna take to drain him. So he was definitely prepared, man. And he definitely, they came like. It wasn't a very long notice to me, 5 weeks for them. So they definitely did their homework and they came prepared. So like, man, pretending to be humble. I just am humble. I don't want to talk about Yancey. I don't want to talk about Vince Pichel. I don't want to talk about whoever's next. I'm not yelling at my opponents. I'm yelling at the guys that keep asking me about them, man, or telling. I guess it's more telling me about them because I don't mind talking about them. Yancey's from Hawaii. Yancey fought Cowboy. Yancey beat the other Cowboy. Whatever. You know what I mean? I get it. I know what he's done. I've watched his fights on TV before I knew I was ever going to fight him, but. I forgot where I was going with this. Give me 1 second to regain my thought. No, but then I know where it leads. It leads to this. Well, you know what Yancey said about your takedowns, right? No, and I don't want to fucking know. Right. You know what I mean? Because he's going to try to stop him? Well, I hope so. You know what I mean? We're fighting, right? That wouldn't be a very good fight if he wasn't going to try to stop it, right? Yep. So, that's what I don't get. I just don't want people telling me about, oh, did you see what he's been doing in practice? No. I'm worried about what I'm doing in practice. I don't have time to go watch or read the Twitter or watch an interview of Yancey's. I don't. And there's nothing against him or any of my other opponents. It's not. I'm more focused on, you know what I watch when I watch film?
Fishing.
Well, yeah. No, my films, man. Yeah. I'm going to watch what I do good. You got to see yourself being successful, and you got to watch what you do well. Because I saw getting those takedowns in my head last night before I fell asleep. I saw them 2 months ago. I didn't know who the opponent was, but I saw off a jab entering on that. You know what I mean? I see that stuff because I watched myself do it. And all of a sudden, you watch the other guy knocking a dude out with a head kick. You're like, fuck, man, that could be me. Not happening.
Give us an idea what should come next for you. I mean, a date, a location that's been announced, a ranking. What do you think you deserve now after this fight?
I deserve like a week-long fishing trip, man. I do. I trained hard. That was hard camp, man. We did a lot of sparring. I was sparring 3 days a week with some good boxers, some good MMA guys. Andre Harrison, Cody Payne, Troy Green, Nick Fiore, Kev over our boxer, our resident boxer, Kev. Kev messed me up a few times on Saturdays. So like, man, I did a lot of work, man. I'm not yelling at you, but like when people ask me, who you calling out? What's the next date? Man, I don't know. I don't even want to think about that. I just got that big weight. Yeah, it's off my shoulder. You know what I mean? So I want to kind of like relish in that, man. Like the last thing I want to think about after that super stressful last week. And like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm collected, and I go out and I'm very composed in the cage. But like, there's something inside that definitely is like, man, I could lose. Like, no, I won't lose. But there's something, you could get clipped. Everyone's lost. You know what I mean? So like, man, it's a weight off my shoulders. And no offense, but I'm fishing, man. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going fishing.
Where would you rank this win compared to your other UFC victories?
Well, Yancey's definitely fought a lot better guys than anyone I've ever fought. I mean, he's beaten better guys than anyone I've ever fought. He was up a weight division, came down, which I don't know how he did that. He definitely didn't find out about this fight that long ago. So, I mean, he's obviously a pretty disciplined dude. I mean, you could tell he did his homework on me. My coach tells me, again, I didn't watch any film on Yancey other than the fights that I've watched of his before I knew he was even coming back down to 55. He's crafty. My coach, Keith Trimble, says all the time, he's crafty. He's crafty. He's definitely, he got off bottom with me a couple times. That's a couple more times than most people do.
You keep racking up wins. How far do you see yourself, fighting for the title?
I don't know. I just want to fish, man. I want a little. I think we're gonna get some ice cream after this, right? Diet Coke, some ice cream, and some fishing. Nah, man, it's not a caloric thing either. It's just a little too thick for me, and if it gets on me, it's sticky. I'm kind of like, not a germaphobe, but I don't like grease or sticky stuff. So like, if I eat like potato chips or popcorn, it's like this. I don't like, a little bit OCD with that. But yeah, I just want to fish. I don't know. I mean, eventually, do you want to fight for a title? Yeah, I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't. It's like saying, hey, do you want to win an NCAA title? No, I'm just wrestling because I like it. No, of course you want to win NCAA. Every wrestler that starts at 5 years old wants to wrestle for an NCAA title. I want to win a UFC belt.
But in terms of like your progression in MMA,
I got some stuff to work on, I think. Yeah, I mean, could I win right now? Yeah, but it might be me and Coach Kyle Sermonero, we call it a manufactured win. It may have to be an ugly win. I think I got some stuff to work on before I beat the best guy. Although I think I could. I think anyone that doesn't think they could has got a problem, and they should probably find a different occupation.
How'd you feel about your performance tonight?
Mark, I felt pretty good. It's tough because my last ones were super exciting. I can't say that. I got the finish, man. I guess that's exciting, but I think I let those boos from the crowd get to me a little bit, and not like while it was happening, but it hit me after a little bit. I'm like, man, why are they booing me, man? This is my house. I don't know. Maybe they were booing Yancey for not getting up. I don't know, but I don't know. But that's, man, he's doing the right game. It's a tactical sport, man. But again, I said earlier, you got to trust the fighters, especially the ones that are winning. We know what we're doing, man. I won at the highest level in the world in wrestling. I won the biggest, hardest folk style tournament in wrestling in the world, man. There's tactics behind that too. Maybe the semifinal match when I won in the year I won the Nationals wasn't the most exciting match either, but I won. It's about getting your hand raised, and again, at the end of the day, I got the finish, man. Ooh, Henry. Uh-oh, this could be bad. Sorry, Mark, I'm interrupting. Mark's watching too. This is gonna be stopped, isn't it? Henry stopped him. Hey, that's the champ.
Did you hear the 10-second click?
I didn't hear the 10-second click. I heard his coaches, actually. I said it in my post-fight interview in the Octagon. His coaches were giving me the time check. Obviously they're giving him the time check, but I was closer to his coaches than I was to my own. And Keith doesn't typically yell out time to me. I think he wants me to work, and he doesn't like when I look at a clock and sparring. So, yeah, his coach is 35 seconds, Yancey, 35. I bat return him. I heard Kyle Sermonero yell, this last one and he'll quit. I lifted him up, I spiked him down, and when I flattened him out that last time, he didn't get off his belly. He kept rolling to his back when I did that before, and he didn't do that this time, so I knew if I can maybe peel a hand off his ear and hit him in the head a couple times. And then I heard the ref say, Yancey, you got to work. Yancey, you got to protect yourself. And that's when I knew that I knew I could. And I think it was 1 second. Beautiful timing. Beautiful timing.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, Greg. Appreciate it.
You guys got it.